All right, we're picking up our conversation with the man, the myth, the legend, Dan Manucci of Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B over on Fox Sports 9:10 a.m. And Dan, I want to talk to you about JJ. He was hurt. They had him on the roster. He was getting better. And then he came into play on Sunday. He didn't practice all week. And I think this is a topic that a lot of people have on their minds about the players coming back hurt and really causing damage to themselves even more. I mean, what's your take on this? You being out there, you've played, you know what's happening out there.
Well, just comes on the precipice of Tuau and the concussion scenario that was, and allowing him to play on Thursday, and he played. He got reconcussed, so he gets reconcussed, and then on Thursday, none of us knew about this. Is that J.J. Watt was having some fibrillation issues with his heart. So what they had to do is he wasn't feeling well, and on Friday they had to put him to sleep, re-shock his heart, and put the heart back into rhythm. So they do that, and then he's available to play on Sunday. Now here's what's interesting, Brad. Nobody knew about this until Sunday morning, that he put it out there. I was having some heart issues. They re-shocked my heart. I'm in rhythm again. So my thought process was, okay, so you checked him out. You got the heart back in rhythm. And then he said he felt fine. So, okay, so where's the uproar from the NFLPA and all the other people about the concussion issue, but not with a guy with his heart, with a heart issue, and you're allowing him to play on Sunday? Now here's the thing. Roc and I and Jimmy B talk about this all the time. And as a former player, they check you out, they check you out, they check you out. If the doctors feel that you've been vetted and you're good to go, and you feel like you're good to go as a player, then you're going to play. That's what happened with Tuau. So with J.J. Watt, they shocked his heart back into rhythm. He was feeling good. They checked him out. They vet him. He's feeling good to go, so he plays. And we're like, wait a second. If somebody has issues with your heart, I would kind of think maybe you just put him on hold for a week or a few days. But the whole scenario is that people need to relax. If these doctors, the professional, the cardiologists, the neuro guys, whatever, check you out, you pass all of the testing methods, whether it be baseline test for your head or heart issues, and you feel fine and you want to play, then they're going to play, unless they force you not to play. So here's my question for you, Brad, is, okay, if that's got the concussion issue is all about that, why not the heart issue? So there's some contradiction there. As far as I'm concerned, I felt JJ should not have played, but if he feels good to play and he checks out, so be it. Let the guy play.
I know, but I think sometimes as players and as people, they're their worst enemies, because he could have actually said, you know what, I'm going to hold off, especially even with, Ty saying that, I'm going to hold off. But we understand they have these contracts. I think that's what people really need to understand and go look at. Their contracts are set. If they don't play a certain amount of games, a certain amount of time, they don't get paid. And I don't think people realize that is one issue with a lot of them having to get back on the field after concussion, after something. And I think that plays in the part where the owners, the agents, the players all need to step back and really look at the contracts that they're making now with that stipulation there. And I mean, firsthand that, if you didn't get out there and play, you weren't getting paid.
Yeah, that's the old cautionary tale, right, Brad? Basically, if I feel good to go, we as players are sometimes our own worst enemies, because to your point, we want to play. If we're good to go, we're playing. That's our job. That's our livelihood. That's what we get paid to do. So in this instance with J.J. Watt, I am shocked. I'm shocked that they allowed him to play. Yeah. And I'm almost just as shocked that they let Tuau play on Thursday after being concussed on Sunday. So I think at some point in time, no matter how they check out, maybe the common sense would say, okay, in your best interest, let's just hold you out for a game. What's a game? And just make sure that the heart is beating and you don't defibrillate during a game. So, or you get more issues. But again, the way it is, the way our mentality is, Brad, I think for anybody as a player, warrior, going to war, whatever, if I've been set free to go out and play and everything checks out, then I'm going to go play, I'm good to go. But to your point, sometimes maybe we just go, okay, let's just back it off for a week just to make sure that nothing happens on that field.
Yeah, that's very important. And of course, that sets you apart of course, you being a football player to the basketball player who gets a hangnail and has to sit out for 4 or 5 weeks. We're not going to mention any names. Didn't Shaq do that? Didn't he sit out because he had an ingrown toenail or something?
Bradley, come on now. They call that load management. If guys, God forbid, play more than two games in a week, they got to take a 20-second timeout, man. Where you at? I don't make this $100,000 per game check for nothing, man. I'm out there sweating bullets.
You are. Dan, it's always a pleasure talking to you. I'm glad we talked offline. The next thing I think we definitely want to, and we'll start looking into it, is Poopgate with the, of course, with the Seattle Seahawks. So, do you know about that one?
Brad, that's such a crappy story. I don't, every once in a while you have a stinker of a story. I'm sorry, couldn't resist.
But I think that's the best one, Poopgate, at the game. So, Dan, thank you very much. There you go. Dan, tell them where they can find you online here.
Always go to @Roc and Manuch, ROCANDMANUCH.com. You can also go to @Roc and Manuch on Twitter. And if you're really in dire straits, want to track me down, just go to @QB Manuch.
There you go. Dan, thank you very much.
Always a pleasure, Bradley. Good seeing you.
All right.